Okay, I think we are good to go on StreamYard, and everything is good on here. Okay, I think we're good. All right, everybody, welcome to Geek Talk Cohort 23, June 18th, 2021. A little bit about us, if you don't already know, 4Geeks Academy. We were founded in 2015. We were a smaller company, originated from a bunch of different companies, with Alejandro and Marcelo teaming up and kind of creating a concept for a boot camp. Alejandro and Marcelo. Okay, is the volume's working? Came up with a concept for a coding boot camp. They came up with the idea. 4Geeks Academy was a result of that concept between the two of them. We've been going now for more than 6 years, with Alejandro as the master Jedi with 20 plus years of coding, helping build the curriculum and getting the instructors up to speed and helping the students out. Then Marcelo with his background in business and starting companies, working together and creating this outstanding academy that you're about to see here in a little bit. Some of the projects that these students build. It's amazing. I've been here since February of 2021, and the amount of projects and the things that I see these students do are just they're very awesome. So we're very proud to also work with Miami-Dade College, and we are also going to be launching our machine learning and our AI program here shortly later this month. We're growing globally. We currently right now have over 1,500 graduates. We're in 6 cities and we have 7 campuses. We are not just located here in Miami, we also are all over South America. We have a new location, Chile, Uruguay, Venezuela, and just to name some places of where we're currently growing into. Some of our track record, these are some of the results that we have reduced. This is kind of our mission statement. What we want to do is reduce unemployment rate, provide accessibility, and increase the amount of digital talent available out there for all these new companies that are starting up. Like Jonathan, who's said he's just getting ready to go into his new building. We want to give him some of the junior developers that he needs for his company to continue to grow. We've done that through multiple graduations now. As you can see, this is our 23rd cohort graduation since we've started, with 1,500 plus graduates. That's what we're looking for to achieve our goal. Right now, we're looking at about a 22% average percentage salary increase when you do graduate from a coding boot camp such as ours. And personally for us here at 4Geeks right now, we are averaging about 86% of our students that graduate from the academy or get their certification. They are actually being hired after they complete their cohort. And then what's even better is as long as they follow the program and do the career track and do the one-on-one meetings, build their resume profiles and everything, we usually get them hired within 90 days on average after they graduate from their cohort. These are some of the programs we have here at 4Geeks. We have Geek Pal. I think I saw Paulo come in here. He is actually part of that program. And we also now have Rick, who is new to 4Geeks as a Geek Pal. What these people are, they are mentors. They are your mentorships here at the academy. I'm pretty sure a lot of the students who asked them, Paulo was probably talking to them at least 4, 5, 6 times a day. I know his schedule is full every day, all day. So what this program is for is mentors. They do one-on-one meetings. They help students during the cohort, even after the cohort. We build a community here with senior developers and our students. And it's a lifetime community that you can ask questions if you're stuck on something. Even after you graduate, you can still reach out to these people and they will help you. And then the Geek Force. This is something that I'm a part of. This is my position here in the company. What Geekforce is, it is a lifetime support for students once you guys join the academy. You go through what's called the career support track. What that is, it's basically a system that we've created here at the academy that has one-on-one meetings, workshops, and what we do on those one-on-one meetings and workshops is we help you build your professional profile, do interview preparation with you, help you write your resumes, give you resume templates that we know are successful to help you once you do get out into a new career field. And then also, along with your professional portfolio, help you build your LinkedIn profile so that you can build your network through our partners and kind of get you out there. Geekforce #1 goal is to help you in your career, whether it's right now, right as you get ready to graduate, or if you end up getting a job or you currently have a job and you're like, look, I got this job, but I kind of want to look and see if there's anything else that you can help me with. I am more than willing to sit down with you again, even after getting a job, after you graduate, and even help you look for another one if you're not happy with the one that you're at. So that's that lifetime commitment that we have here at 4Geeks Academy. Like I said, with GeekPal and Geekforce, you have mentorship and you have career support for life. So that's kind of some of the good things that we really have going on here. And I think that's what makes 4Geeks a little bit more successful than everybody else, because we have these two programs and these are kind of the foundations that we've built 4Geeks off of. What is a Geek Talk? So what a Geek Talk is pretty much a student's project pitch day. That is the night where students get a chance to build a project. It's a pretty big project. It's not just a little greeting card with, a little animation that goes across the bottom and yeah, look, I can code now. So what this is actually an actual big project, usually in groups of 2 or more. And what these students are doing is they're basically taking all of the skills that we've taught them from the first day to the 16th week here at 4Geeks, and everything that we've taught them and everything that they've learned up to this point, they're going to build a project. Like I said, I know some of you guys joined before we started streaming. It's amazing, these projects that these students build. Like they're stuff that I'm like, man, I would want to do that, or I would want to use that app. So these are awesome projects, and I'm super proud of everybody when they come to the Geek Talks, because basically that's their graduation day. It's their pitch day. It's their way of showing, family, friends, guests that they invite, guests that we invite, guest speakers that we invite, kind of showing their success while they were here at 4Geeks. These are some of the things that 4Geeks Academy has had out there. In Newsweek, we were in an article as one of the top 10 coding schools. Our overall review rate right now 4.9 on all of our reviews on Google. And we've been awarded for the quality of the syllabus and full license by the Florida Department of Education. These are some of our companies that have hired students after they've graduated from the academy. As you can see, we have 400 different companies out there, ranging from not just here in Florida, but all over the US, like I said, in South America and all the other places. The great thing about coding is you don't necessarily have to do it in a actual building. Coding can be done remotely. And that's kind of another thing that really makes, I think, our students even more successful, is they're used to remote education. So working from home and doing coding from home, they're used to that. They've been doing it for 16 weeks. Here's some of our partners that we partnered up with here at 4Geeks. These are great companies that we're proud to be partners with, and hope to continue to build our partnerships with other companies out there. Now, getting down to the people of the hour, the first group is our guest speakers. We have Tracy and Maria. I found these two through one of them through Marcelo here at 4Geeks, and Maria I actually met through LinkedIn reaching out. I saw both of these ladies profiles. I went through and looked at it. Tracy is the CEO and co-founder of a company called Make It MVP. And Maria is actually a technical project manager at Trim Agency. And the great thing is that both of these young ladies did graduate from a coding boot camp. So they're definitely going to be able to give you guys some of the insights into what it's going to be like after you guys get ready to graduate. So with that being said, to lead into everything else, I will go ahead and let Tracy and kind of just give us a quick background of what you're doing now and everything, and then we'll get into the questions. So Tracy, if you want to go ahead and go first.
Sure. Hi guys, I'm Tracy. Like Steven said, I am a bootcamp grad, actually from the same bootcamp as Maria. So just different cohorts, but the same bootcamp, small world. But I currently run a company called Make It MVP, which is a company that helps bootcamp graduates gain experience post-bootcamp. We provide them opportunities to work with founders and add projects to their portfolios. And we also give them opportunities to work in cross-functional teams. And I'm also on the board of Girls in Tech Miami and very involved in the Miami tech scene. So that is my introduction to myself. Pass to Maria.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt anyone. Well, my name is Maria. I also graduated from same. I did not know Tracy was going to be here. Nice to see you. I pretty much right now a product manager. Mostly, I have ventured into doing projects on my own for private clients, but I also picked up some more like freelancing consulting since I graduated. I transitioned from definitely trying to code into leveraging my experience into the business side, and definitely graduating from was an amazing experience that helped me, move on to the tech scene. Right now, I'm just product manager. I've been helping as a contractor, but also I have my own clients lately. Very nice to see you guys.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Tracy. So let's get right into it. First question. I guess we'll start with Tracy and then Maria after that. How did you get involved in the tech industry prior to coming to a coding boot camp? What made you want to go to a coding boot camp?
Yeah, so it's actually a great story, and it was an amazing opportunity for me. I worked for the past 10 years in nonprofits and education. And in my last 2 nonprofit roles, I kind of was forced to be the web manager and then to actually build out a custom website for a nonprofit here in Miami. And in both of those processes, I had to kind of learn how to code a little bit to use their systems, and I had to teach it to myself. I didn't really have the opportunities that everyone else had that I knew how to code doing it. No, this was my job, but I didn't have the opportunity. And so I was Googling, which Google is your best friend. Everyone should know that. Any developer will tell you Google is your best friend. And I learned all of these things and I realized, wow, I really, really, really like this. And I knew that I wanted to go into tech as my next step, and it was just never the right time for me to jump into tech. And then when COVID hit, it kind of became the right time. It was kind of handed to me on a silver platter because, nonprofits cut their budget. So therefore I got laid off and was given the opportunity to go to a coding boot camp and haven't looked back since. I feel like tech was the space that I needed to be moving into. And I'm so grateful that I finally was able to move in there.
Awesome. Thank you, Tracy. Maria?
A bit different. It's so interesting to hear your story, Tracy. I'm actually a career changer. I spent 16 years in call centers. I started on the phones as a collection agent. 10 years, moved up to lead, advisor, and management. When I was in the management position, I started, using more data, KPIs that you have to use to track telephone system and customer service, etc. So I got into Excel and learning the VBA. People will see me like I was a little bit of an alien because nobody understood how the VLOOKUPs worked, and I just kind of loved that. I know it's not coding, but somebody told me that I should database, learned a bit of SQL. And then one thing leads to the next. I pretty much feel like I just had a burnout. The call center, if anybody has been in those type of positions, you can probably relate. And I just decided to jump. After my last job in a call center, I just jumped into the boot camp. I'm with 3 kids, single mom. Just actually, COVID happened during my pitch week. So it was all in person and pitch night was remotely. But that's pretty much how I did it. Was a jump of faith, pretty much for me.
By the way, Maria, I watched your pitch night, why I went to that boot camp.
That's an amazing story. Thank you, Maria. Okay, question number 2. What are some tips that you can give junior developers who are looking to get placed for the first time as a software developer? And then we'll start with Tracy again.
Keep starting first. So I have a few tips. The first tip I'm going to give has nothing to do with being a developer at all, but especially in the Miami space where tech is booming and growing, network. TheGoogleSheet.com. Make it your best friend. It has every happy hour that's going on in the Miami tech scene. It has every event that's going on in the Miami tech scene. Get to know people in the Miami tech scene. Speak to them. Talk to them. I can't tell you the amount of partnerships I've been able to gain just from meeting people at these networking. I've gotten people hired via that. So network. That's like my non-tech answer. My tech answer is practice. Whatever that may be for you, build in your practice to your daily schedule. Whether that be doing 2 hours of code a day while you're working part-time, because you might have to do that post-boot camp, or whether that be building out many different projects and working in cross-functional teams. Practice, keep learning, keep growing, and keep learning new skills. I can tell you that I learned in the past 2 weeks 3 new CSS frameworks. Just because I was using them on applications for my company, different teams were using them, and so I had to teach them to myself. So just keep learning. Maria?
So for me, I got a few bullet points. The way I did it, I guess, the number 1 was check your GitHub. The profile needs to look good. Your commits, commit, every day commit, but don't do shallow commits, like actually commit. All your repos that are public needs to have documentation. LinkedIn and social media, even if you may be adverse to having employers looking into your social media, some will do. So make sure that that looks good. In LinkedIn specifically, have a nice profile, have activity, a good behavior, good comments, keep it always professional. The posts that I would recommend that you guys do as in tech will be motivational, what you're learning, post demos of what you're doing. Network, like Tracy has it, network either online or in person. Code every day and apply. Like probably part-time apply and part-time code.
Thank you, ladies. Okay, going on to our third question. Other than coding, what do you think helped prepare you the most after graduating from a coding boot camp? And we'll start with Maria this time.
Okay. I think that I'm not going to lie, that WinCode for me, and probably some of you can relate. After my boot camp, I felt very lost and confused, like I didn't learn much. But I had the great opportunity to teach development to a group of high school kids for the summer as a part-time TA. And even though I was so fearful of going into teaching this stuff to somebody else because I felt like I was going to be caught as a fraud, right, as a liar, I didn't know anything. And I felt like it. I felt like I did not know anything. I had the syllabus. I had probably a month in advance. I got to study back to the basics, and coming back to teach it, it was really, opened my eyes to how much I learned, how much I actually know. And it helped me tremendously for job interviews because that JavaScript, those frameworks, the CSS, everything is already top of your head. I think teaching, number one. You, Tracy.
Tracy?
Yeah, so similar to Maria, I also kind of had a unique opportunity post boot camp where I was interviewing and doing, what all of you will start doing in your next few weeks. And via networking came across my now co-founder and he said to me, listen, I have all these apps that I want to see built in my dreams, like right in my head, and I have no one to build them. And I was like, well, everyone keeps telling me to work on projects and work in teams and learn how to work in teams, and specifically cross-functional teams with designers, get comfortable working with designers, get comfortable working with product managers and data scientists. I was looking for that opportunity, and that's how my startup even started. But I think it's finding those projects and working with teams. Don't just code by yourself. Code with teams. Get really good with GitHub version control. Get really good with it. And really find, whether it be your classmates and you guys decide as a team, oh, we want to build this app post boot camp. Do it. Work together in teams. And really try to find some UX design students that want experience also and get to know UX a little bit more, get to know product a little bit more. I think that's going to be your best and the most helpful thing that happened for me was being involved in projects with cross-functional teams.
Thank you again for those answers, ladies. Last question. What could a candidate do or should do to make their resume in a tech field stand out? And I will let both of you decide who wants to go first instead of me telling you.
You go first, Tracy.
I have to think about that one. No, I think, showing your diverse knowledge is extremely important. So most people that go to tech boot camps, I don't know if this is the case for all of you, probably have some previous work experience. Find the skills from your previous work experience that can be applied to tech and to the tech world as well, and highlight those skills. Because being a good developer, being a good designer, being a good tech employee is not all about how well you can code, how well you can design. There's also a lot of soft skills that you need, and those soft skills can be represented from your previous experience in the working field. Maria.
Okay. So I was a hiring manager, but on the call center side. So I know it's not the same, but at some level, I know what people who are hiring kind of looking for at a higher level. I would say number one, typos and grammar, huge no-no. If you have a typo, you're not gonna pass my filter, just saying. So revise it, have somebody revise it, make sure it's good. There's no reason why you should have or a spelling mistake. Length, and that's because I'm saying also it talks about your attention to detail as a programmer, the same. The length of your resume really depends on your experience. It's not the same having 5 years experience than 15 years experience. But be mindful about how many pages you're putting, because people mostly don't look at all of it. Have 2 resumes, one without the description and one with the description. Use a lot of keywords, think Google. All of these resumes go through algorithms.
Recording has stopped.
Okay.
school for. But I decided that this year I was going to remedy that, and I found 4Geeks, and they have been that missing piece to my professional development. And I'm sure that now Stephen is going to be helping us with that.
So hi everyone, my name is Vanessa Lamarck. I'm a Haitian American. I was raised in Miami pretty much my whole life. Always had a curiosity about computers. Always worked in some capacity with computers, like at home and stuff. I'm actually like the unofficial IT girl at work too. But basically I became interested in coding my senior year of high school. I saw that they had a class AP Computer Science. I didn't get a chance to take it, but it caused me to research some more, and I saw the title software developer. I thought that was really interesting. So I took some programming classes in college. I learned Java. Definitely a little learning curve, not knowing any of it at all. But ultimately, I suffered from imposter syndrome, and I shied away from it for a while. And then I had a family friend that actually went to 4Geeks and did the full stack program, and he told me about the community and the guidance and the mentorship. And after some more research, I decided this was the right place for me to be. And yeah, I applied, took the leap, and here I am.
All right, so I bet you guys are wondering why guns? Why Guniverse? Well, at the beginning of 2020, when the world was ending and everyone was fighting over toilet paper, I decided I need to be prepared, because I don't know how crazy this is gonna get. I don't know if someone is gonna come and knock down my door to get my supplies. Uh, so I decided to go out there like many other new gun owners in that year, and I decided to get myself a gun. But I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what to look for, what would be good for me. Just to help you, to inform you, and to guide you through that process. So we decided to make this website to help those that are new to the gun world, and also so that those who are old-time gun enthusiasts can learn also about their firearms and about safety.
Okay, so some of the key features that we have guns categorized by type and activity, as you'll see in our demo. Each gun has its relevant specs. You have the option to bookmark a gun by user. So once you sign up and log in, you have your bookmarks in the nav bar. We have an ever-growing database of guns. We use Twilio to send you a text message upon sign up, and we have a section for gun information and safety. JavaScript library, React. We use Python, Flask, SQL Alchemy, Fetch API, also custom API, just like Sheila and Glenn does. Git, Heroku to deploy, and Twilio. And our demo. Okay, can everyone see a video? Just want to make sure.
All clear.
Yes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Guniverse. Today, we're going to be giving you a tour of our website and all the features that we have available for you. Now, to begin, we let you know here on our little welcome message that it doesn't matter if you're an old-time gun enthusiast or if you're new to the firearms world, we got something for you in this website. So let's go ahead and begin. Let's dive in. As you can see, we have guns by category. And what this is basically a selection of different categories that you can choose from to find a specific gun. So let's go ahead and head into handgun. And as you can see, we have a list of handguns. And you will find a picture of that handgun. You'll find the name of it, the manufacturer, category, caliber, and firing mode upon loading this page. And you can notice that there's very different kinds of handguns. Even though they're in the same category, they can be very different. Let's compare, for example, the Glock 19 against the Colt Python, right? Even though they're both handguns, one of them is a revolver, much higher caliber on the Colt than on the Glock 19. Same thing, if you want to go to rifles, you can do that as well, and you'll see all the different types of rifles. And the same thing, it goes on for the shotguns. And as you can see, there's some that are more tactical. Some look a little bit more old-timey, or more like collectibles, if you will. All right. So now let's say you don't want to look at the guns by category, but instead you want to find out what is the use of the gun, or you want to find a gun that works for you in a specific scenario. So let's say you're trying to find a home defender. All you have to do is go here to the home defense section, and you'll find a brief description of what makes a good home defender. And in our opinion, the most important thing is it has to be reliable, it has to be effective, and it has to be easy to use, right? Because if you're in a situation where you have to defend your life and that of your loved ones at home, then you want something that will work every time and it's not too complicated. So we have here a list of guns that we think match that criteria. Now, if by any chance you want to look for more detailed information, you do as well. All you have to do is click on the gun, and here we are. We're on the guns details page. And on this page, you can go ahead and see the name of the gun, the manufacturer, see a brief description of the gun, and some more specs of these specific gun. So now, another thing that you have, another ability that you have, is to also bookmark this gun. Let's say you really like this gun. And for me, for example, I really like this gun because I actually own it, the Glock 19. So let me go ahead and bookmark it. And as you can see, it's not letting me bookmark it. And it's not letting me bookmark it because I don't have an account yet to get that done real quick. So I'm going to go here to sign up. And I'm going to go here to the fields, and I'm going to create a user real quick for you guys. And I'm going to choose an email. This is not my real email, so please don't use it if you want to reach out to me for an extended warranty for my car. And boom, I created an account. And now, at the same time that I created an account, I received a text message letting me know that my account was created. Now I can go ahead and get that bookmark done. So if I go here to, where was it, Home Defense and Glock, I can go ahead and add that. And if we go again to bookmarks, there it is. Now, if I want to deselect it, no problem. I just go back to the guns detail, I unclick it. And now it's no longer tied into my account. Now, let's say I'm not trying to really look at it, look for guns by the category or by the use. I'm looking for a specific gun. Well, you have the ability to do that as well. From any page that you're on, you can go ahead and go to the search bar on top. And let's say, for example, I'm looking for a Glock. All I have to do is type it in search. And as you can see, we have Glock 19 and Glock 17 on our database. These are two very similar guns. It's just a difference in size and capacity in terms of rounds, but they're very similar guns, and they're made by the same manufacturer. very reliable. Let's say you don't want to find a Glock. Instead, you want a Beretta. Well, let's go ahead and click on that. And now, as you can see, the search results have changed and only Berettas are showing. All right. So, aside from that, we also, like I said, this is a website for newcomers as well as old gun enthusiasts, right? So we want to make sure that the newcomers are equipped with the information that they may need when they embark in this new endeavor of owning a gun. So the first thing that they should know is the universal firearm safety rules. Very important. So here we have a link to a video that will explain all of those safety rules and in a very detailed manner, and it will help newcomers to stay safe while they're out at the range or while they're carrying a gun. Concealed carry permit info by state, very important. Let's say you went to our everyday carry section and you saw a gun that you really liked. Now you're ready to go out and get it. Well, you gotta get the concealed carry permit, especially if you're in the state of Florida. So here is how you can get it. You just click on that and it'll take you there. Choose your first handgun. Now it's very important. Everybody is going to have their opinions about guns, but there's no one size fits all. So you have to know exactly what fits for you, what's good for you. So this link here will help you make that choice. And we also got a guide for the first time gun buyer. Very important that you know what you're getting yourself into if you're going to start this endeavor. All right. Now, this is our website. We want to thank you for your attention. And yeah, we hope to see you visit our website pretty soon.
Okay, our demo. And yes, challenges. So we broke the theme of our presentation just to add a few memes that summed up our experience during this process. We definitely had a few obstacles. For one, it was very hard to find an API that could fit our needs. And when we did, we never heard back from them. So we couldn't get the API key. So we had to do our own custom API.
Sorry, I was struggling to find the mute button. So yes, another thing that we had to struggle with was we had a bit of a late start, and that was due to matters of group restructuring. At first, I was going to be in a group, and then that person that I was going to be with ended up getting sick. I hope he's doing well now. But then I was put in a 3-people group, 3-member group, and then that one changed into a 2-people group. So we had a little bit of a problem getting off the starting line, but once we got traction, we were able to do a really good job. We also had issues with compatibility when it came down to deployment, and thanks to Alejandro Sanchez and thanks to Jonathan, we were able to really overcome those because they, shared all of their expertise in dealing with really nasty issues when you're deploying to Heroku. So we really thank you guys for that. And errors galore. We saw errors everywhere, and sometimes we wouldn't know what they meant. We had to be on Google constantly trying to find out what they meant. I think Jackie Chan there pretty much encapsulates how we felt most of the time, but we got through it and we overcame, and we're here.
So some future implementations. Definitely, it was brought to our attention from Jonathan. We definitely have an opportunity to create the API that we couldn't find. So that's one. Having a centralized, space where people can get news and about releases or just in general about firearms. A review and comment section is always nice, especially if someone's in the process of trying to make a purchase, because it helps to hear each other's experiences.
We also want to make sure that a next iteration of this is a little bit more mobile friendly. We tested it on mobile and it wasn't as responsive, and that's because we didn't come into it with that mentality of mobile first. So that would be definitely a priority for a next version. We would like to improve the user interface as well, to make it as friendly as possible and as effective as possible. And we want to add the ability to have an advanced search filtering. What that would allow the user to do is to go ahead and, if they want to search by manufacturer, if they want to search by a certain caliber, or if they want to any particular characteristic of the gun that they want to search by, that they can go ahead and do that, and they can have more specific results. And as a bonus to that search filtering system, we would like to add the ability to identify the guns by the movie that they were in. So, for example, you saw a movie like The Departed, and you wanted to know what guns were used in that one. You can just type in The Departed, and then a list of those guns would appear. And also vice versa. If you want to look for the gun specifically, it will tell you in what movies it was featured in.
And lastly, wanted to say a big thank you. This is not the only people that we want to thank, we want to thank our entire 4Geeks family, but specifically want to thank Alejandro and Marcelo, because without you guys, we wouldn't be here. And we wouldn't have such a great community. Jonathan, our savior, also our instructor. You've helped us not only with the coding, but just in general, providing us a lot of perspectives, like just helping us understand that it's a lot more about mindset than it is about capability. I think those two definitely are intertwined. And yes, Edion, thank you. Especially the fact that Edion had sessions outside of class where he would offer additional help, which was, it shows his dedication. So we thank you for that. Our mentors, Paolo, Tomas, Jesus, and Alexon, thank you so much. Without you guys, we would probably not be as smooth in our demo as we did. And Stephen, thank you for the help. Definitely putting the presentation, your tips and everything were really helpful. And just in general in the future, thank you for all the help that you're going to be giving us. And yeah, we're so proud to be part of the 4Geeks family.
Now we want to open up the floor. If you guys have any questions, or if you have any comments, we would like to hear from you. If not, we're not going to complain.
Hey, that was an amazing job, guys. Great job, everyone. Both groups, you guys did awesome. By far, yeah, that was amazing, guys. Thank you for your presentations today.
Thank you.
That was fire, guys. I'm super excited at what you created. I'm super excited to see where you're going. Awesome job. Goodness, I did not expect that. You guys came through in the clutch, all of you. That was excellent. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you didn't expect that, I'm so concerned. Like,
listen,
like
you never know, man. You never know.
I was thinking about you, and I was like low expectations, like right here, Such a bad guy.
They've been coding for the past week and a half.
I know you guys, and like that was completely unexpected.
Hey, that was a good job, guys. Very, very, very impressed presentations there. Again, thank you everybody for attending tonight. That concludes our pitch day Geek Talk for cohort 23. And again, thank you to our special guests, Tracy and Maria. Really appreciate your guys' insight and knowledge that you can impart on our newly graduated students. And, you know, Marcelo, Paulo, Jonathan, Edian, Alexon, all you guys, super proud to be a part of this family and excited to continue the success with all the future cohorts. With that being said, nothing else to say. Hey, everybody, have a great night. Have a great weekend, and welcome to the 4Geeks family.
Yay, we did it, guys. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Wow, this is like crazy. It's full circle.
I know, right?
Oh, that's true. Happy Father's Day in advance to all the fathers.
Yes,
you.
indeed.
I really appreciate you
All
guys.
right.
To stick with Steven and with Alejandro, with myself for career support. This is just one milestone. We have to keep up and get there. So let's do it.
Indeed. Thank you
Let's
so
do
much,
it.
everyone.
Thank you.
Nice team.
Thank you.
Wonderful experience. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night,
Good
night.
night.
Ciao.